Why the Oklahoma City Thunder are the scariest young team in the league.
They're 17-1 because they got the MVP, okay? But we also should shout out AJ Mitchell, who's filled in amazingly.
Tremendous.
68-14 record, NBA championship, MVP, finals, MVP, the youngest championship team since 1984, and they're better this season.
Talk about all the bigs in the world, right? Şengün, Giannis, Jokic, and rightfully so. But then all of a sudden, Chet Holmgren is the guy.
The Oklahoma City Thunder were 20-1 to start the year. SGA, Chet Holmgren, Jalen Williams, all under 28 years old, all locked in for the next decade. The Thunder aren't just good, they're the scariest young team in the league. Today we're explaining why. Let's get into it. What's up? This is Basketball RX. The Oklahoma City Thunder are building a dynasty. They won the championship last season with the youngest roster in 40 years. Now they're defending that title and looking even better. SGA is playing at an MVP level again. Chet Holmgren is an all-star. Jalen Williams is a future superstar. And they've got depth, defense, and draft picks for days. Today, we're breaking down why the Thunder are the scariest young team in the NBA and why they could dominate for the next decade. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Let's jump in. Let's start with what they did last season, because it was historic. The regular season. The Thunder went 68-14. That's tied for the 6th best record in NBA history. They had a plus 12.9 point differential. NBA record. Broke the 1971-72 Lakers record of plus 12.3. They were the #1 seed in the West. Best defense in the NBA, 106.4 points per game allowed. 4th in scoring offense, 119.4 points per game. They led the league in steals and deflections. The playoffs. The Thunder swept the Memphis Grizzlies in round 1, beat the Denver Nuggets in 7 games in round 2, the defending conference champs, beat the Minnesota Timberwolves in 5 games in the Western Conference Finals. Then they beat the Indiana Pacers in 7 games in the finals. SGA won Finals MVP. He averaged 29-plus points per game in the finals, including 25-plus points in 3 straight games, only the 5th player under 25 to do that in 40 years. The age. The Thunder's average age was 24.6 years old. That's the youngest championship team since 1984, younger than the 2015 Warriors, 26.4 years, younger than any LeBron team, younger than any Kobe team. SGA was 27. Jalen Williams was 23. Chet Holmgren was 22. That's insane. The historic achievement. The Thunder won a championship in year 3 of their rebuild. They tanked for 2 seasons, 2020-22, drafted well, and won it all by year 5. That's the fastest rebuild to a championship in modern NBA history. And here's the scary part. They're just getting started. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is the engine, and he's only 27 years old. Last season, 32.7 points per game, led the league. 6.4 assists per game, 5.0 rebounds per game, 51.9% field goal, 87% free throw. He won MVP. He won Finals MVP. He won the scoring title. He became the 4th player ever to win MVP, Finals MVP, and the scoring title in the same season. Kareem, MJ, Shaq, SGA. This season, SGA is averaging 31.8 points per game again. He's in the MVP race again. He's scored 20-plus points in 112 consecutive games, only 14 away from Wilt's record of 126. The efficiency. SGA doesn't dunk. He doesn't rely on athleticism. He just scores, methodically, efficiently, smoothly. He gets to the line, 9.9 free throws per game. He shoots over 50% from the field. He controls the tempo. The contract. SGA signed a Supermax extension that keeps him in OKC through 2030-31. He's locked in. He's not leaving. He's the face of the franchise. The prime SGA is 27 years old. He's in his prime. He's got 5 to 7 more years at this level. That's terrifying for the rest of the league. The Thunder have a top 5 player in the NBA at age 27, locked in for the next 6 years. That's the foundation of a dynasty. Chet Holmgren is 7 feet 1 inch and shoots like a guard. He's the perfect modern big man. The development. Holmgren missed his rookie season, 2022-23, with a Lisfranc injury. Came back in 2023-24 and made all-rookie first team. Won a championship in his 2nd active season, 2024-25. Made the All-Star team in his 3rd season, 2025-26. The stats. This season, Chet is averaging 17.9 points per game, 8.4 rebounds per game, 1.9 blocks per game. He's shooting 57.5% from the field and 37.4% from three. He's one of only 3 players averaging 17-plus points per game and 9-plus rebounds per game on 55% field goal and 35% three-point. The others, Giannis and Jokic. The defense. Chet is an elite rim protector. Opponents shoot just 44.3% on 2-point shots when he's contesting, first in the NBA among players who defended 250-plus shots. He's 7 feet 1 inch with a 7 feet 6 inch wingspan. He can guard the perimeter and the paint. The offense. Chet spaces the floor. He shoots threes. He runs the floor in transition. He finishes lobs. He's a mismatch nightmare. Too tall for guards. Too skilled for big men. The perfect game. On November 14, 2025, Chet went 9 for 9 from the field with 23 points and 11 rebounds against the Warriors. Perfect shooting. That's efficiency. The contract. Chet signed a 5-year, $250 million max extension in July 2025. He's locked in through 2030. He's 23 years old. He hasn't even hit his prime yet. The comparison. Chet is 7 feet 1 inch Kevin Durant. Skilled, versatile, unguardable. And he's only 23. Jalen Williams is the most underrated player on the Thunder, and he might be the best of the 3. The resume. Jalen Williams is 23 years old. He made All-NBA third team last season. He made All-Defensive second team. He's one of the youngest players ever to make both All-NBA and All-Defensive in the same season. The Elite Company. Players who made All-NBA and All-Defensive by age 23. Jalen Williams, Evan Mobley, Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, Giannis, AD, Paul George, Dwight Howard, CP3, Dwayne Wade, Kobe, KG, and Tim Duncan. That's Hall of Fame company. Every player on that list, except Simmons and young guys like Mobley, made at least one All-NBA first team and finished top 3 in MVP voting. Jalen Williams is on that trajectory. The stats. This season, Jalen is averaging 17.5 points per game, 5.4 assists per game, 4.7 rebounds per game, 1.3 steals per game. He does everything. Scores, passes, defends, rebounds. He's a Swiss Army knife. The contract. Jalen signed a 5-year, $287 million extension. He's locked in through 2030. He's 23 years old and hasn't peaked yet. The ceiling. If Jalen Williams continues to improve, he could be a top 10 player in the NBA. He's already a top 25 player, and he's only 23. The Thunder have 3 All-NBA level players, all under 28, all locked in for the next 5+ years. That's a dynasty. But it's not just the big 3. The Thunder have depth. Alex Caruso, elite perimeter defender, 3-and-D specialist, acquired from the Bulls for Josh Giddey. Perfect fit. Lou Dort, one of the best on-ball defenders in the NBA, shot 41.2% from 3 last season. Lockdown defender. Cason Wallace, 21 years old, finished top 7 in the NBA in steals. Future all-defensive player. Isaiah Hartenstein, 7-footer, elite rim protector, playmaking big, signed in 2024. Only played 20 games with Chet last season. Injury. This season, they're developing chemistry. Jalen Williams, backup big, solid defender, depth piece. AJ Mitchell, two-way player, young guard, developmental piece. The defense. The Thunder had 3 players in the top 7 in steals last season: SGA, Jalen Williams, and Cason Wallace. They led the league in deflections, 21.3 per game. They had a plus 566 turnover differential, NBA record. When the Thunder forced turnovers, they turned defense into offense, fast break scoring, transition buckets, chaos. The depth advantage. The Thunder can go 10 deep. Most teams rely on 7 to 8 guys. OKC has 10 legit rotation players. That's a massive advantage in the playoffs. Here's the scariest part. The Thunder still have draft picks. Sam Presti, OKC's GM, is a genius. He's been stockpiling picks for years. He traded Paul George, Russell Westbrook, and others for a mountain of first-round picks. The current assets. The Thunder still have multiple first-round picks over the next 5 years. They can trade for a star at any time if they need to, or they can keep drafting and developing. The philosophy. Presti hasn't rushed. He didn't trade picks for a win-now star. He built through the draft. SGA, 2018. Chet, 2022. Jalen Williams, 2022. Cason Wallace, 2023. All drafted. The future picks. If the Thunder need to add another star, they can. They have the assets. But right now, they don't need to. They're already the best team in the league. The financial flexibility. The Thunder locked in SGA, Chet, and Jalen for $800+ million combined. That's their core for the next 5 to 7 years. They can build around them with role players and draft picks. The Thunder are set up to dominate for a decade. So can the Thunder become a dynasty? The age curve: SGA is 27, Chet is 23, Jalen Williams is 23. They're all young enough to improve and stay together for years. The Warriors. Comparison: the 2015 Warriors were 26.4 years old when they won their first championship. The Thunder were 24.6 years old. The Thunder are 2 years younger. The Warriors won 3 championships in 5 years: 2015, 2017, 2018. The Thunder could do the same. The competition: who's stopping them? The Celtics lost Tatum to injury. The Nuggets are older. The Lakers are done. The Bucks are aging. The Heat are rebuilding. The only teams that can compete with OKC are teams with young stars: Cavs, Mobley, Garland, Wolves, Ant-Man. But none of those teams have the depth that OKC has. The 2025-26 season. The Thunder are 20-1 to start the season. They're the favorites to repeat. They look better than last year. The window. The Thunder's window is wide open for the next 5 to 7 years. SGA, Chet, and Jalen are all in their primes, or entering their primes. They're locked in. They're healthy. They're dominant. If the Thunder stay healthy, they could win 3 to 5 championships in the next 7 years. That's dynasty potential. So why are the Oklahoma City Thunder the scariest young team in the league? Here's why. 1. They already won a championship. Most young teams take years to figure it out. The Thunder won in year 5 of the rebuild. 2. They're the youngest championship team in 40 years. Average age, 24.6. They're just getting started. 3. They have 3 All-NBA level players under 28. SGA, Chet, Jalen Williams, all locked in through 2030. 4. They're 52-12 to start this season. They're not satisfied. They want more. 5. They have elite depth, 10 deep rotation, best defense in the league, plus 566 turnover differential. 6. They still have draft picks. Sam Presti can trade for another star if needed, or keep building. 7. The window is wide open. 5 to 7 years of dominance. Dynasty potential. The Thunder aren't just the scariest young team. They're the scariest team, period. The NBA is theirs for the next decade, and there's nothing anyone can do about it. So that's the answer. The Oklahoma City Thunder are the scariest young team in the league. 52-12. Championship. MVP. Finals MVP. The youngest roster in 40 years. 3 All-NBA players under 28. Elite depth. Draft picks. Dynasty potential. They're built to dominate for a decade. But what do you think? Can the Thunder win 3+ championships? Are they the next Warriors? Who can stop them? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We break down the NBA's best teams every week. This is Basketball RX, and we'll see you in the next one.